Hello friends, welcome to the Examophobia YouTube channel. Today we will discuss the preamble of Indian Constitution. So let's start. We the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to seek to all its citizens first one justice, social, economic, and political. Next, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. Equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. Components of Preamble. First one, source of authority. People of India, nature of state. First one, sovereign. Second one, socialist. Third, secular. Fourth, democratic. Fifth, republic. Objectives: justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. Next one, date of adoption, 26 November 1949. The main structure of the Constitution remains the Act of 1935, which was opposed tooth and nail by our freedom fighters during the British rules. Preamble modeled on the preamble of US Constitution and UN Charter. The preamble is called the introduction letter of the Indian Constitution. The preamble was amended by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act in 1976, in which three new words, socialist, secular, and integrity, were added. So next heading, source of the Constitution. We the people of India means हम भारत के लोग. The phrase we the people of India emphasizes that the Constitution is made by and for the Indian people and not given to them by any outside power. It also emphasizes the concept of popular sovereignty as laid down by Rousseau. All the power emanates from the people and the political system will be accountable and responsible to the people. Next heading, the key words in the preamble are explained below. So let's discuss. Sovereign, first one. The preamble proclaims that India is a sovereign state. Sovereign means that India has its own independent authority. It is not a dominion or dependent state of any other external power. India is internally and externally sovereign, externally free from the control of any foreign power, and internally it has a free government which is directly elected by the people and makes law that govern the people. No external power can dictate the government of India. Next one, second, socialist. The word socialist was added to the preamble by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment in 1976. Socialism means the achievement of socialist ends through democratic means. India has adopted democratic socialism. So next one, what is the democratic socialism? So democratic socialism holds faith in a mixed economy, where both private and public sector coexist side by side. It aims to end poverty, ignorance, disease, and equality of opportunity. Another way we can say that socialism as an economic philosophy where means of production and distribution are owned by the state. India adopted mixed economy where apart from the state there will be private production too. Socialism as a social philosophy stresses more on societal equality. Next one, third, secular. The word secular was incorporated in the preamble by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment in 1976. The term secular in the Constitution of India means that all the religions in India get equal respect, protection and support from the state. Article 25 to 28 in part 3rd of the Constitution guarantee freedom of religion as a fundamental right. S.R. Bommai and others versus Union of India. All India Reporter 1994, Supreme Court 1918, National Republic. Fourth, in a republic, the head of the state is elected by the people directly or indirectly. In India, the president is the head of the state. The president of India is elected indirectly by the people, that means through their representatives in the parliament and the state assemblies. Moreover, in a republic, political sovereignty is vested in the people rather than a monarch. Next one, fifth, democratic. The term democratic indicates that the Constitution has established a form of government that gets its authority from the will of the people expressed in an election. The preamble resolves India to be a democratic country. That means the supreme power lies with the people. In the preamble, the term democracy is used for political, economical, and social democracy. The responsible representative government, universal adult franchise, one vote, one value, and independent judiciary, etc., are the features of Indian democracy. Next one is number justice. The term justice in the preamble embraces three distinct forms: social, economic, and political, secured through various provisions of the fundamental and directive principles. First one, social justice in the preamble means that the Constitution wants to create a more equitable society based on equal social status. Next one, economic justice means equitable distribution of wealth among the individual members of the society, so that wealth is not concentrated in a few hands. Next one, political justice means that all citizens have equal rights in political participation. Indian Constitution provides for universal adult suffrage and equal value for each vote. Next one, seventh, liberty. Liberty implies the absence of restraints of domination on the activities of an individual, such as freedom from slavery, serfdom, imprisonment, despotism, etc. The preamble provides for the liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship. Next one, eighth number, equality. Equality means the absence of privilege or discrimination against any section of the society. The preamble provides for equality of status and opportunity to all the people of the country. The Constitution strives to provide social, economic, and political equality in the country. Next one, 9. Fraternity. Fraternity means the feeling of brotherhood, means bhaichara. The preamble seeks to promote fraternity among the people, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. Next heading, amendment in the preamble. What time? In 1976, the preamble was amended only once till date by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. 3 new terms, socialist, secular, and integrity, were added to the preamble. The Supreme Court held this amendment validly. Next heading, interpretation by the Supreme Court. The preamble page, along with other pages of the original Constitution of India, was designed and decorated solely by renowned painter Vyawhar Ram Manohar Sinha of Jabalpur. Second, preamble was added to the Constitution after the rest of the Constitution was already enacted. The Supreme Court in the Berubari Union case in 1960 held that the preamble is not a part of Constitution. However, it recognized that the preamble could be used as a guiding principle if a term in any article of the Constitution is ambiguous or has more than one meaning. Next one, third, Keshwanand Bharati case 1973. The Supreme Court overturned its earlier decision and held that the preamble is a part of the Indian Constitution and can be amended under Article 368 of the Constitution. Again, LIC of India case, the Supreme Court held the preamble is a part of Indian Constitution. Thus, next, fourth, thus the preamble to the Constitution of Free India remains beautiful worded prologue. It contains the basic ideas, objectives, and philosophical postulates the Constitution of India stands for. They provide justification of constitutional provision. Next one, fifth, as originally enacted, the preamble described the state as a sovereign democratic republic. In 1976, the 42nd Amendment changed this by adding words socialist and secular to read Sovereign Socialist Secular Democratic Republic. Utility and importance. Though preamble is not enforceable in a court of law, yet it states objects and aids in legal interpretation of the Constitution, where language is ambiguous and prefers construction which fits the ideals and objectives contained in the preamble. However, it cannot override the express provision of the Constitution. It acts as a key to the minds of the framer of the Constitution. Next, objectives of Indian state. First one, justice, social, economic and political. Second one, equality of the status and opportunity. Third one, of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship. Fraternity means brotherhood, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. Next heading, date of its adoption. Date of first one, date of adoption of the Constitution is 26 November 1949, but most of the articles in Constitution came into force on January 26, 1950. These articles, which came into existence on 26 November 1949, is given by Article 394. Next one, second, Article 394 states that this Article 394 and Article 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 324, 366, 367, 379, 380, 388, 391, 392, 393 shall come into force at once, and the remaining provisions of this Constitution shall come into force on the 26th day of January 1950, which day is referred to in this Constitution as the commencement of this Constitution. Next one, third, 26 January was selected for this purpose because it was this day in 1930 when the Declaration of Indian Independence means Purna Swaraj was proclaimed by the Indian National Congress. So thank you for watching Examophobia YouTube channel. Please subscribe and share this video. Thank you.